driveway. Your coat on the back of the chair still hangs like you're halfway there. Found your letter in a shoebox, coffee stain on your name. Every line a little time bomb, pulling me back through the frame. We were barefoot in December, laughing steam into the cold. Thought the world would wait forever, guess we only fooled the snow. Tears taste like love when I'm drinking down the memories of us. Every drop brings your shadow closer than it was. Bittersweet on my tongue, from the first good night to the last breakup. I can't get enough of the way these tears taste like love. Your song on a scratch tape still skips on the second line. I let it spin, let it sting, let it say what I can't find. There's a picture on the bedside, faded colors, folded frame. I touch your face with my fingers, like you might say my name. Tears taste like love when I'm drinking down the memories of us. Every drop brings your shadow closer than it was. Bittersweet on my tongue, from the first good night to the last breakup. I can't get enough. Maybe growing up was just growing apart, slow motion. We were old enough to sign our names. Not read the fine print, I still raise a glass to the ghost sitting here at this table. If this aching lasts, it's 'cause loving you carved something faithful. We were kids in a parked up car, hands out the window, counting stars. You traced constellation on my arm, said, promise me this stays ours. Heartbeat in silence, louder than any words we said. Every small moment still playing back inside my head. Time keeps on rolling, but what we had just stays suspended. Heartbeat in silence, the song that never ended. Old cafe with the crooked chairs, you stole my jacket in the August air. Coffee gone cold while we just talked about leaving town but never walked. Got a box of faded Polaroids, edges curling like the years we lost. But when the room is dark and still, you're right here, and I'm not alone at found your picture in a box, under sweaters, under dust, coffee stain across your smile. Guess it's fitting for the two of us. That old summer on the pier, salt and sun on tangled skin. You were laughing at my jokes, world felt small enough to fit us in. I got these love scar blues, faded but they still bleed through every road, every room. a shadow shaped like you. Time keeps rolling like it always do. But I still ache, I still bruise from these love-scar blues. Past the diner by the tracks, neon gone, but I still see you, a cherry on your lip, stealing sips and singing over me. We were certain we were kids, talking big like we knew the truth. Now it's postcards in a drawer, yellow corners curling at the proof. If I saw you in the crowd, would I know you right away? Would we talk about the past or just smile and drift away? I'm alright, I get by. Most nights I barely think of you. Then a song, then a sin, and it all comes pouring through. Tracing hearts in the window frost. I was talking big like we'll never get lost. Cheap red wine on a second-hand rug. You laughed so hard that the neighbors woke up. We swore 30 felt a lifetime away. Said we'd leave this town, but the town here stayed. Polaroids curled on a dusty shelf. Two kids in love porch lights on, different car in the drive, same old dawn. I don't blame the years for what slipped through. I was just too young to see all of you. Lord. I'll raise this glass to the ghost we became, softly saying your name, your name, your name. Your sweater still on the closet door, coffee cup ring on the kitchen counter, like you just walked out, not here anymore. Radio glow in the dashboard dark. Our song came on, I had to pull aside. Every mile a little moving picture of when you laughed and changed my life. Midnight soul cry, calling your name in the quiet. Just me and the sky, and the truth I can't hide. I still feel your hand resting soft on my heart. Midnight soul cry from the half that fell apart. Found your note in an old blue jacket, smell of rain and your favorite perfume. 3 short lines, but they hit like thunder. I'm right here whenever you need room. I talk to the ceiling like it's holding you close. I trace every evening where your shadow once glowed. If time is a circle, I'll meet you halfway. Summer air you were tracing in the window fall, our names like a quiet prayer. We were laughing over nothing. All the clocks forgot to move. Every song that hit the ceiling felt like it was made for two. Broken, slow dance, spinning in a living room light, holding on like the song might last all night. We were swaying between the future and the past, hearts on fire, but we never knew how long it had to last. Broken slow dance. I still find your sweater sleeve on the backseat of my car. Smells like rain and movie lines from when we thought we'd get that far. Now I'm humming through the grocery aisles, pushing past the coffee shelves. Every love song through the speakers feels like talking to myself. If I could step back, one more chorus, one more chance, I'd pull you closer than the chords. Let silence teach our hands to dance. Now the room is getting older, but the record's still the same. I spin it just to see you turn toward me when it plays. Coffee cup rings on the table, dust on the frame by the bed. Your sweater still hangs on the doorknob, like you just stepped out instead. I still park on your side of the driveway, reach for a hand that's not there. The radio plays our old station, I turn it down. then just stare. Last kiss regret, still burning on my lips. All the words I never said, caught between my teeth. If I could turn back to that midnight on your steps, I'd hold on, not let go of our last kiss regret. I threw out your old torn letters, but kept the box on the floor. Your perfume hides in the sweater, I breathe you in, wanting more. We were two kids driving in circles, too proud to say we were wrong. We slammed doors instead of our demons. Now I'm here, you're long gone. You said one day you'll miss me. I laughed and I let you leave. Now every quiet Sunday spells your name across the breeze. If I had one more sunrise where your shadow crossed my chest, I'd trade every wasted promise for one more whisper, don't your sweater on my old chair. Still got your lipstick on my last beer. October Polaroids in a shoebox catch me off guard every time I clean the law. Whiskey on fire burns like your name on my tongue. Every slow sip takes me back to when we were young. We were laughing in the kitchen, bare feet on the cold tile floor. Whiskey on fire, and I can't put us out anymore. Found your note said, don't wait up like it meant nothing. But I hear those words in every midnight silence. Whiskey on fire burns like your name on my tongue. Every slow sip takes me back to when we were young. We were laughing in the kitchen, bare feet on the cold tile floor. Whiskey on fire, I can't put us out anymore. Maybe we were just too wild to lose hearts. Same small town, I still hear your key in the door. Swear I feel your coat fall down. If you ever miss that old cracked mirror and the way we blurred the lines, I'm still here at the edge of the couch, saving you a sight. In a coffee tin, corners curl like the lives we live. You're laughing there in your winter coat. I can almost hear the joke you told. Dust on the frame of a midnight drive, your lipstick stain on the dashboard light. Every mile was a brand new trust. Now it feels like a ghost of us. Smoke between us, hanging in the air. All that we were, still floating somewhere. I close my eyes, you're close enough to touch. In the quiet of my room, there's smoke between us. Found your note in a dresser drawer. 3 short lines that still shake my core. Don't forget me when the seasons turn. Funny how some fires always the cracks only make it true, like the time that I had with you. We were two slow dancers in a one-lane town, thinking every fading light would stay somehow. Now I trace your name in the window steam. You're half a memory, half a dream. If I breathe you in, I can't let go. If I let you go, I lose my floating somewhere. Old shirt in the corner chair, still smells like your cheap perfume. One frame turned down on the dresser, I talked to it across the room. Dust dance in a single beam from the hallway under the door. Every breath pulls up a year. I'm not that young kid anymore. Dark room confessions, spilling out to empty walls. Every little lesson written in the rise and fall of your name caught in my throat, of the nights I couldn't let go. Dark room confessions, you're the only one I show. There's a ring-shaped line on the nightstand from the glass you left that June. I trace it slow with my finger, like I'm tracing back to you. Your sweater's in the bottom drawer. I never learned to throw things out. It's safer hiding in the shadows than saying how I feel out loud. I still see your bare feet on this cold wood floor. You're laughing at some movie we'd both seen before. I pause it in my mind, let the silence run. done. Dark room confessions, spilling out to empty walls. Every little lesson written in the rise and fall of your name caught in my throat, of the nights I couldn't let go. Dark room confessions, you're the only one I show. You were laughing in that doorway, September wind in your hair, coffee steam between our faces, old denim, old wooden chairs. I still taste the first confession on a Tuesday after dark. Street signs fading through the window. You were tracing my palm like a map to your heart. Cold hands, warm love. You were shaking as you pulled me close. Every scar lit up like a secret only we would know. If the years turn rough, if the colors start to fade above, I still feel your touch. Cold hands, warm love. Polaroids and busted shoebox, corners curled like autumn leaves, your hand writing on a ticket from a movie I can barely see. We were certain we'd stay fearless, sleeping on a borrowed floor. We had nothing in our pockets, just your head on my chest and the rain at the door. Time runs thin like the elbows on my jacket, but your voice sounds the same on the phone. I still reach across the mattress out of habit, still make room for you in all my unknowns. gone cold on the table, dust on the frames by the door, laughing in faded Polaroids. I still hear your boots on the floor. Every little echo pulls me through the past. You were saying someday, I was hoping make it last. Stay until morning, don't leave me chasing the dawn again. Hold me like it's the first time, like we're young and we don't know when it ends. If the night keeps on falling, we can keep on falling too, my friend. Stay until morning, stay until morning again. Streetlight glow on your shoulder, old denim jacket, torn sleeve. You're tracing rings on the window, saying, tell me you'll never leave. I still taste that promise, sweet and scared and true. Time kept rolling forward, but my heart stayed back with you. We've both got our scars now, maps of where we've been, but I still see that small town sky in the color of your skin. If we get one more hour, if we get one more try, let's lay down every sorry till the dark rolls into light. We were broken, burning out, old car, small town, open sky, singing over every dial. windows down, you closed your eyes. You drew hearts on a paper map, circle around a place we'd never been. Said one day we'll make it back. Then you laughed, let the breeze rush in. I loved you loud, like thunder on a summer roof, like every word was bulletproof. I loved you loud, no holding back, no hiding out, even when the world tuned out. I loved you loud. Coffee cups on the kitchen floor, second-hand couch, Sunday rain. You dance barefoot by the door, old movie playing, picture frame. We made plans on the ceiling paint, whispered big dreams we couldn't afford. You said, promise you won't fade. I swore it like a solemn chord. I loved you loud, like thunder on a summer roof, like every word was bulletproof. I loved you loud, no holding back, no hiding out, even when the world tuned out. Time moved on in crooked lines, different streets, different names, but certain songs, certain signs still pull me right back to that flame. If you wonder, if you doubt, when the night feels too quiet now in the dark, I still say it out under my breath, under the crowd. I loved you loud. Found your picture in a jacket, faded corners, coffee stain. I could almost hear your laughter through the dust and the grain. Old cassette on the table, label peeled, but I still know every crack and every wobble, like a map back to your door. This lonely guitar prayer ringing out for you somewhere. the quiet. Ticking years we let go by. I still see your shadow dancing on the walls of my mind. I light a match for the memory, let it burn, but soft and slow. Sip the last of summer sweetness from a winter window glow. This lonely guitar prayer ringing out for you somewhere. Every note is saying I still care. If you feel a tremble in the midnight air, it's this lonely, lonely guitar prayer. I talk to you in the half-light when the world is out of view. Neck of maple in my left hand, in my right, the ghost of you. Slow blow on the dashboard, rain on the glass. Your hand in my jacket, years years fade so fast. You were tracing hearts in the fogged up window. I was acting calm, but my pulse said otherwise. Summer on the edge of a small town highway. Every single mile felt like a borrowed time. Slow burn promise, still warm in my chest. Every word you whispered outlived the rest. We were holding on to something we couldn't name. Slow burn promise still flickers in the flame. Old song on the radio, cracked car speakers. We swore that the chorus was written for us. You laughed at my dreams, but you held them tighter. Said whatever happens, please don't give this up. Slow burn promise, still warm in my chest. Every word you whispered outlived the rest. We were holding on to something we couldn't name. Slow burn promise. I still see your face in the glow of the street signs. Hear you say my name like it's still that first night. Too young to know what forever really meant, but we meant it. Yeah, I know we meant it. We were young in that rust-red car, parked by the river, talking till dawn. You trace shapes on a fogged up glass. Said, promise me you won't move on. Your coat on my shoulders, your hair in my face, radio low, playing some old slow song. Street signs blurred as the years sped up. Somewhere in the rear view we got gone. coffee stain on the word forever. Guess forever didn't last that long. I still drive past your old front porch, see your shadow in the swinging door. If I knocked, would you even know me? Or just the boy you loved before? Found your sweatshirt in the corner, smell like summer tasted wine. All those late night easy hours, now they flicker in my mind. Coffee cooling on the table, record humming in the dark. Every scratch a little postcard from the first time, from the start. Electric lonely night, I still see you in the glow. Shadows on the wall, moving soft and slow. Reach across back to you. We were kids in a backseat somewhere, singing to a cracked cassette. You were drawing hearts on the windowsill. Promise you won't forget. Old motel by the highway, faded sign, buzzing light. You fell asleep in my jacket. I stayed awake all night. From the sparks and the dust to the ashes of us, I still feel your heartbeat under all this rust. Every road, every touch leads me back to the ashes of us. Ashes of us. Found your note in a cardboard shoebox, coffee stains and a lipstick smear. You wrote, if time ever turns against us, close your eyes, I'll be right here. Now the mirror shows another stranger, lines where laughter used to be. But in the crack of a morning sun, in a shoebox by the door, dust on the corners, but the colors still feel warm. We were barefoot in the kitchen, dancing after midnight, talking cheap red wine. You were laughing into my shoulder, saying, we got time, we got time. Years turn fast like passing headlights, jobs and tiny fights and quiet winter nights. Still your sweater on my chair back, still your name in every line I write. Your love runs too deep to leave, like a river underneath this street. I move on the surface, but it pulls my feet. I can't turn it off, can't wash it clean. Your love runs too deep to leave. I still drive by your old exit, radio low, just letting silence speak. See that balcony we painted, remember how the rain came through that week. You were brave when I was restless, you held the map while I chased every dream. Now the bed feels wide at midnight, but your side still glows in every scene. Your love runs too deep to leave, like a river underneath the street. I move on the surface, but it pulls my feet. I can't turn it off, can't wash it clean. Maybe it's somewhere you're out laughing, telling someone else our favorite joke. Do you still hum that tune on Sundays, or did it fade out with the smoke? I don't call, I don't write, but I talk to you in my sleep. In the pause between my heartbeats, you're the secret that it keeps. Your love runs too deep to leave, like a river underneath this street. I move on the surface, but it pulls my feet. I can't turn it off, can't wash candles curled up in a glass, dust on the turntable, jacket half open, like time just forgot to pass. You laughed when the record cracked and skipped, sang the wrong words, still so strong. We stayed in the dark till the needle was static, afraid of the moment it was gone. After the last song, when the room goes quiet and we're left with the echo of everything we tried, if I close my eyes, I still feel you hum along. I'm holding on to after the last song. Coffee getting cold on the nightstand, your shadow in the frame by the bed. I talk to that picture like you're running late, repeat every word you said. The radio plays something almost like us, same chords, but it doesn't belong. I drive past your street, keep the volume just under, so I can hear my heart sing along. After the last song, when the room goes quiet and we're left with the echo of everything we tried, if I close my eyes, I still feel you hum along. I'm holding on. We were dancing on borrowed time, oh, spinning slow on a Sunday night. Every chorus a promise we meant, even when we were losing the fight. So I dropped the needle just to see you. In the crackle, you come back strong. I'll be here in the quiet between side A and side B, living forever. After the last song.